big fucks. The fuck? Let me make sure y'all know that's one. Oh, I can see it now. Y'all don't need to see no video over here because, obviously. I wouldn't even talk to you, Marlon. Go to sleep. Alright, let's see if I can do it like this. Copyright. Oh yeah, let me know, yeah. This music and shit. I'll be editing my reactions. A lot of people edit their reactions and shit. I can't. I don't got time. If all you did was work on the computer all day, you would not want to, Shawty. Let me go back to the premise of this bullshit.
Oh, because of our great president, Donald Trump, I'm going to tell the truth now. And hopefully, with these new nuggets of truth that I'm dropping in these videos, YouTube will push the content out to people because I'm not going to lie anymore. Okay? So, this is going to be a great show. Oops. I'm sorry. This is going to be we'll see what happens. And here we go.
I just wanted to know, where are you from?
Texas.
From America, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, when was America great for us black people?
Right now?
You know, somebody said, with the mass deportations Trump is doing, that's going to leave all of these manual labor jobs without workers. Well, who do you...
That's not true. So let's stop saying that. Everyone's going to be able to work.
Well, who do you think is going to do that work now? Who do you think is going to have to do all of those jobs that migrant workers have been doing for next to nothing?
I don't know. Who do you think?
It's you. It's you. That's the new gig economy. Picking fruit, washing dishes, cleaning hotel rooms, day labor, landscaping. Oh, did you think that they were telling you that you don't need college or that college is pointless because of neo-Marxist postmodernism and critical race theory? Is that what you thought? Turns out it was because they didn't want you to be overqualified to pick oranges. They didn't want you to think that you were too good to work at a warehouse. They didn't want you to assume that you could make a livable income on just one job instead of two or three.
I don't think that's true. YouTube, I don't believe that.
See, the people on the upper decks of the ship.
I'm cutting in because I know that ain't to be true. What happened was the military draft shits, like the numbers when it's like, let's say you voluntarily sign up for the military, whichever branch you decide. When you do that, they have a draft number. They usually go to high schools, middle schools, colleges, and shit and recruit people. That's why they got recruiters, because they have a quota of draft members. Once they get them draft members, they good. But no one's been signed up for the military. That's why they were threatening people talking about in the United States, if you over the age of 21, no, over the age of 18, they grabbing you. If you in high school, they ain't gonna grab you. So if you're a late baby, like you ain't gonna get no problems. But like the other niggas, yeah, I've been seeing TikToks of people getting draft letters. Talking about they gotta spend 15 years in prison if they decline the draft. And I thought to myself, don't catch me. But that's crazy. Because no one's going to the military like no one's going to college. It's the same statistics. The same shit. No one's going to college no more. Ain't no point. Everybody I know in college don't even work in their jobs. If I didn't make a company, nobody I know would be working in their field. And that's just real.
They know that the ship is sinking long before the people in the steerage, and they have first access to those lifeboats. The elites have known for quite some time that America is going under.
No, they haven't, YouTube. We don't know that, nor do I believe that.
And they've already made their plans. They've already made their arrangements. And they made very different arrangements for you.
No, they haven't. They've made the same arrangements for all of us because they love us.
They decided to go down with the ship.
Here's what we know. Here's what happened. Frontier Systems suffered an operational failure caused by what they're calling a technical glitch.
If they're calling it that, that's probably what it was.
resulting in I want you to hear me say it, a nationwide ground stop. Thousands of passengers were stranded at airports across the entire United States. Passengers were urged by Frontier to basically check the outage status via their Frontier app and website. But here's where it gets weird though. Could this just be another random airline issue, or is there something bigger at play? Now,
No. It's a random airline issue. It's random. It happens all the time, anytime. Random.
Now, the point I want to make about this is we also had...
What we're not gonna do is act like planes fall out of the sky every day. Black people, we can pretend all we want. But what we're not gonna do is get our ass on that plane. Now, we can pretend, but we ain't getting on that plane. I'm not getting on that damn plane. You won't catch me.
Had outages of ChatGPT and DeepSeek today as well. Then at the same time, and I'm going to break this down for you, in another really shocking development, Belgium shut down its airspace as well.
Well, Belgium is best known for their waffles. You know, now if you tell me their waffles is something wrong there, now I think we got to talk about it. I didn't even know they had airports in Brussels. Brussels sprouts? Are y'all trying to confuse a brother?
Calling it a technical issue with their air traffic control system. They basically have a system called SCIUS, I think is how you say it, but it's this air traffic control system, and it experienced a failure that impacted their air traffic management. So all of Belgium shut down their airspace. This caused multiple flight cancellations, and they even had diversions all across Europe. But the exact cause they were never able to figure out. Why are both U.S. airlines like Frontier and then an entire European country's airspace shutting down at the exact same time?
I don't know everything, nerd. Do you know why? You're wearing the glasses. Get a load of this guy.
Was this just some random glitch, or is there something else at play?
It's just a helicopter that's black at night. It's not necessarily a Black Hawk helicopter trying to see what Americans are doing. Man, active imagination on you guys. Can we just enjoy the show? Conspiracy, Carl? Jeez.
Nigga, nobody even said.
I don't know what. I don't know what it's doing.
They're definitely not practicing for urban maneuvers. They're not doing that. You don't know that that's what they're doing.
I don't know what it's doing.
If you sneeze and I say God bless you, the only thing you should say is thank you. I don't need to hear all of this. How did you get in my house? Why is my window broken?
That's terrifying. Okay? You worrying about conspiracies. I'm worrying about George Costanza. Why are you in my house? Saying God bless you if I sneeze. Deport him is what I'm saying.
I'm calling the police. Ain't nobody got time for that.
This is Glennis Jackson. She is the woman who yesterday was allegedly kidnapped from the Nissan plant in Canton, Mississippi.
Allegedly. So we don't even know if her real name is Glennis. We don't know that. I'm trying to figure out, is that even her real hair? I have my suspicions.
By her ex-boyfriend, Joshua Andrews.
He did it. Now, this isn't racist. This is tattooist. You don't got tattoos everywhere.
Right,
Too many tattoos.
Right.
You probably did it. You got tattoos on your face. Oh, you definitely did it. On your face? He did it.
Now, in that video yesterday, I reported that it was alleged that he kidnapped her, that he forced her into his vehicle before he fled on Interstate 55.
Ain't nothing alleged with a nigga with an upside down cross on their face. Knowing what the upside down cross means, you put it on the place where everyone in the world gonna look when they see you. That's what you did. Nah, he didn't.
And then at some point, it was reported that she had actually jumped out of the car and was struck by another motorist. That
It's alleged they went down Highway 55. We don't know. He could have jumped in his Black Hawk helicopter. You never know about...
No, we're not gonna skip past that, sir. So the white bitch said it's alleged she hopped out of her car while it's in motion on the highway and got struck by another car. And you're saying
And then at some point, it was reported that she had actually jumped out of the car and was struck by another motorist. That
it's alleged they went down Highway 55. We don't know. He could have jumped in his Black Hawk helicopter. You never know about these sleeper cells, man. You can't be too safe.
Ended her life. However, there is new information out that Joshua actually shot Glennis multiple times before she jumped out of that vehicle onto the interstate, probably in an...
So we still believe she jumped after she got shot multiple times? Did she jump or did she fly out of the car for safety? Did she run for her life? Or crawl, roll, whatever the fuck? What did she do, regardless, other than trying to save her own life?
Attempt to try to save her life. And
that's sad, because Glennis is good looking. I know she got that outfit from off the TikTok shop because I sold a few of them myself. Her hair? I don't know. It does look like Anunnaki hair. Could be a lace front, but it's a shame that she got shot so many times. It's great that she was able to jump out. I see her cardio and her ab work has been paying off. So that's a plus.
Sadly, she was struck by a motorist. It's reported that she...
Wait, what? So she jumped, so she got kidnapped, allegedly. They drove down Highway 55, allegedly. He shot her multiple times. She rolled out the car, and then she got hit by another car. Talk about a bad day. Psst. It's just one of those days when your boyfriend wants you dead.
Onto the interstate, probably in an attempt to try to save her life. And sadly, she was struck by a motorist. It's reported that she was a mother to 3 children.
Yeah, she looked good. Somebody was tearing her up. And every 9 months, he was like, oh, you ready? Okay, here goes another one. See you in another 9 months.
Now, many of you guys have asked, was she inside the plant? Was this in the parking lot? And those are details that I just don't have right now, so I'm not really sure how it all went down. Joshua has been charged with her murder, and he's also been charged with a felon in possession of a firearm, but I'm unclear on what that felony is.
Classic LeBron James fan. He gonna kill a beautiful woman just because she beautiful. What a weirdo.
My thoughts and prayers go out to her children, her family, her friends, and her coworkers.
Why are you sending prayers?
I be on the same dark humor as bro, because at the same time, like, I don't talk to a lot of badass females, and we all done did our faults. We all ain't shit. I mean, I ain't shit. But I never came to the point in my mind where I'm like, I want to ruin them forever. Basically, send their ass to hell. If I kill you, you going to hell. I know you ain't living right. So it's like, that's a whole other type of mind state.
To her co-workers. What the fuck did they do? Let her get kidnapped? Y'all know this dude is crazy. Y'all say, oh, Glennis, here go, what's it? Here he go. There she go, Marshawn. Get her. I ain't messing around with y'all. Right then, I would have been like, later for this job, I quit. Nope. I'm out of here. Nah, that's if I was in a mermaid suit swimming around with a fish that's 2 times the size of me. Now, if I was the manager, I would have said, you knew what you signed up for when you got here, man. Now, get your ass back in that tank, Samantha.
Get your ass back in that tank. Fuck you, fella.
You know, schools are now giving place for safe space for people to come and live with their hurt feelings since Trump is the president, or...
Well, there's a lot of people who are sad now that Trump is in office. I, for one, am not one of those people. And the only reason I'm not sad is because I love America. I'm not saying that you don't love America. I'm just saying that I do.
Or giving mental health advice, and I can't help but think, man, like, so these are 20-year-olds, right, late teens. This is supposed to be the next generation of leaders of America, and their feelings are hurt that somebody's president. So let's coddle them, let's soften them up some more, let's validate that victimhood mindset.
Well, it's not coddling per se. We're just comforting. You want to be comforted, you know? Just have someone like kind of, you know, tassel your hair and say, hey, you did a good job, buddy. Don't worry about it. Things are going to get better. Wouldn't you like that? I'd love that. And sadly, we don't have enough people doing that for us in Generation X. I could go for some coddling. So if you'd like to coddle me in the comments, well, that'd be just swell. Thank you.
Oh, you're hurt, you're not happy about this guy because he hurts your feelings with how he says things.
Yes, dangerous.
And it baffles me that we don't see that the consequences of this is we just create weaker and weaker and weaker people that are justified in thinking like victims.
Before you say, he's not trying to say that society is intentionally trying to make people weaker and weaker by coddling them. That's not what he's saying. And frankly, I think it's pretty insensitive of you to think that. How dare you?
Thinking in that victimhood mindset. And that victimhood mindset is going to have results and consequences in the kind of family, kind of society, kind of community that person is going to create.
We don't know that for certain. This is just what he thinks. I don't know him, and I'm not affiliated with him. But we do know he's probably lying.
You expect me to believe that a Black Hawk helicopter collided with an American Airlines flight in DC's most modern and secure airspace?
Yes, we do expect you to believe that. Why do you think everybody's lying? That sounds like a you problem.
This nigga. Sarcasm A+. Nigga, you already got your interim. Nigga, you want to report hard because you going crazy. But what?
Society, kind of community that person is going to create.
We don't know that for certain. This is just what he thinks. I don't know him, and I'm not affiliated with him. But we do know he's probably lying.
You expect me to believe that a Black Hawk helicopter collided with an American Airlines flight in DC's most modern and secure airspace?
Yes, we do expect you to believe that. Why do you think everybody's lying? That sounds like a you problem. Like, what are you so insecure about? Totally giving off small D energy. Small D energy?
American Eagle flight that was en route from Wichita, Kansas. Does anybody know about what's happening in Kansas right now?
The Kansas football team, basketball team. What is this, February? We're coming up on March Madness. Is Kansas doing pretty good? Do you know something about Kansas that we don't know?
You know a major Traverka, you know what outbreak. Putting that aside, I just so happened to track the helicopter's path as well before you were unable to all of a sudden. And boy, did I discover a lot of very interesting information, but we'll get to that here in a second. Do you know how many Russians alone were on that flight? And do keep in mind, no one is believed to actually have survived that mid-air collision. But I really shouldn't have...
Ain't gonna lie. I just watched the episode of that one show called The Equalizer with Queen Latifah, and they had put a bomb below the subway, but they put it on a actual subway, and they wanted to blow up in a town where it can kill that nigga in a secret meeting with the CIA and shit, as a casualty. He was gonna be just a random casualty. But then they couldn't do it, so they did some plane shit like that. And they had a fucking EMF. They can go across the goddamn, like, I think it was like, I ain't gonna say it was like 80 miles, but I'm pretty sure that bitch was like 80 miles, y'all. So once it's in landing, like it's coming down for landing, they had hit that bitch with the EMF and crashed the whole plane and killed that nigga on that bitch too. So...
to say much more considering they were Russian personnel. Now let's keep in mind, okay, there has been reported to be 3 U.S. military personnel that were on board the helicopter. No names have been released as of yet, but this is the really interesting part. When you were able to track the helicopter's flight path, it just so happened to originate from a very specific address. The current owners are the Embassy of Saudi Arabia. And when I noticed that, my instant reaction was, what? What is a Black Hawk helicopter doing taking off from that location? And does anybody remember the Las Vegas incident? Because if you don't, and you haven't gone down that rabbit hole already, I highly suggest that you do. There are numerous Saudi Arabian diplomats and scholars residing at that address. And like I stated, I'm going to be putting it in the comment section below so you can actually go check that out for yourself.
Okay, slow down. What are you talking so fast for? You know what I'm saying, man? I just don't know about some of these people. Sometimes it's really difficult.
I ain't gonna lie.
Amen. What's that? Jeez. You see how black people just will bully anybody? They're bullying a robot? For what?
Your mom's that He's extra heavy, man.
All of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never got in any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like, those are federal informants. Like,
You think they're really out there?
yeah. That's part of the job. How powerful Harvey Weinstein was at the time that I was meeting with him, and how he could not be told no.
Cat has a bit in his stand-up. Said he's at the meeting. They're saying, okay, so we're going to do this and this and that. He said they pulled out the Coca-Cola and just started doing it right on the table. And he was like, I can see you. You know that, right? I wonder if he was talking about this guy, because he never said who it was. It's interesting that now he's saying, well, he didn't say that that guy did that. But it's interesting that you know what? YouTube, this is not interesting. This is boring. YouTube. This sucks.
That he get whatever he want. You follow what I'm saying?
That he'll figure out some way.
Right, so I thought that didn't apply to me because I don't care about nothing but bitches and good business, right? And then he offered me 2 actresses like they was playing cards. And I was like, what?
Like he just jumped to the hell. Like,
he was like, I know you.
Damn.
Right, like, what?
He said, I know you what? I know you like snow bunnies. Here, you can take this one and that one. I'll call them and bring them here. Is that what he was saying? You never know.
They're losers, and you're just a little bit higher up on the tier of loserdom, so I'm going to follow behind you like we're in a cult and just listen to everything you say and be like, amen, amen, amen. These women are the problem. No, you're the problem. You are the problem.
Everybody else's house. That's called karma. Yeah, there you have it.
Okay, I'm officially losing my patience with you guys. You think that you can come on here and make connections that don't exist? You think that over and 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 over again, you're gonna see the same groups of people traveling together? You're not. One thing has absolutely
I'm not gonna lie. That was damning. That was damning. If I was your attorney, I'd shut her TikTok down.
nothing at all to do with another. I'm gonna need you guys to stop thinking J-Lo's always lurking in the background. It's not like we have photos of him getting chummy with 5 men accused of rape. You're really starting to sound like conspiracy theorists. And I am going to beg you, grow up. Stop following the money.
How did an American Airlines plane and a Black Hawk helicopter end up in a tragic crash while the plane was attempting to land on runway 33?
I just want to say that I don't believe any of this.
I think I got to a point where I'm so desensitized to the fact I don't even think like anything be happening no more. I really don't think nothing be happening. Like I'm so desensitized. Like I don't think nothing be happening because it's so bad now. Like in 2010, when I started learning everything, before I even went to college, I started learning everything like about the Illuminati and the symbolism and the backmasking and the flat earth stuff. Like now, anything else just be like, So I ain't even think no deep thought about it. It's just I don't care because like y'all gonna make some shit up or y'all gonna tell the truth. Just like the Titanic shit. Like people went down there to find the Titanic. They spent that much, billionaires spent that much to go down, stop, and die. And the nigga was controlling that bitch with that.
For entertainment purposes only. For entertainment purposes only. It's not for anything else. It's just to entertain you. You're entertained, right? Awesome. Great.
In the videos ahead, we'll take a closer look at the final hours leading up to the crash. The confusion between the PAP-25 VIP military helicopter and the air traffic controller, and how the rescue operation is being carried out. More details all in the video ahead. The plane had departed from Wichita Dwight D. Eisenhower National Airport in Kansas earlier that evening. A PSA Airlines aircraft, operated under American Airlines and identified as Flight AA5342, collided midair with a military Black Hawk helicopter at approximately 9 p.m. on Wednesday, January 29, 2025.
That's what happened because that's the official story, and that's why I believe that's what happened. So we should all just understand. You know, if I were to ask ChatGPT what happened, it would tell me this. So I think you should just get with the programming. The program. Get with it, man.
The tragic incident occurred as the plane was making its final approach toward Reagan Washington National Airport in Arlington, Virginia. American Airlines confirmed that 64 people were aboard the jet, 60 passengers and 4 crew members, while 3 soldiers were aboard the military helicopter. This plane's radio transponder stopped transmitting about 2,400 feet, which is around 730 meters short of the runway, roughly over the middle of the river. This has marked the first major U.S. commercial crash in more than 15 years. From an aerial perspective, it is evident that Flight AA5342 was approaching the airport from the south, descending over the scenic Potomac River. This area is known for its proximity to several iconic landmarks, such as the Pentagon, located nearby in Pentagon City. To the north, one can spot the striking dome of the United States Capitol building, a symbol of American democracy. The Potomac River, which encircles the airport and much of Arlington, serves as a natural boundary and offers breathtaking views for arriving flights. However, this area is also densely trafficked, both by air and on the ground, adding to the complexity of air traffic management in the region. American Airlines Flight 5342, which we'll refer to as the landing flight, was on its final approach to runway 33. At this stage, called short final, the aircraft was mere moments from landing, flying at an altitude of about 400 feet. This is the most critical phase of landing, where every second counts and pilots are laser focused on safely bringing the plane down. At the same time, an Army Black Hawk helicopter, identified as PAP-25, was reportedly on a possible training flight. It was flying perpendicular to the flight path of Flight 5342, following the course of the Potomac River.
I was just asking Google, and Google says, according to the FAA, approximately 45,000 planes take off every day in the United States. So like 12 of them, where something happened, it's like, you know, how many eggs do you break in your carton of eggs over the course of a year? You know what I mean? Did you really break any eggs? You did, but how many eggs have you eaten?
Potomac River is a designated flight corridor for helicopters, and it's common to see aircraft like this operating in the area. The key difference between the two aircraft in this scenario was their operating rules. The Black Hawk helicopter, PAP-25, was flying under visual flight rules. This means it was required to rely on visual observation of its surroundings to avoid other aircraft.
Oh, so he probably was texting and flying. Come on, we've all been guilty of that. You'd think they'd make something so that you could text and drive, kind of like a hands-free kind of a thing. You would think the military would have that on one of their vehicles. You would think that, but you would be thinking too much, is your problem.
I am convinced that what is happening right now with the frozen H2O situation is deliberately to snatch up the children.
What are you angry about? Did somebody take one of your kids?
We got one of Hollywood's finest, Selena Gomez, fake crying out here, and conservatives like Mel Gibson and Candace Owens, the controlled opposition, making fun of her for it. What we all need to realize is that all of these people are putting on a show and they're on the same team. It's a production. And while everyone is arguing, liberals and conservatives are arguing and fighting with each other about ideologies, children are being taken from their parents. They're showing up in court. And children at the age of 8, 9 are being tried in court and have no representation.
Is this fake outrage? Are you doing a scene from Cry Freedom or whatever the thing? Is that what you're doing right now? Are you trying to get a job in Hollywood? I'm just trying to figure out, because she seems very upset. But at the same time, where are you making this video at? You're in a safe spot. You got filters on. You did your hair, makeup. What's going on, man? I mean, is it me? I'm trying. Okay. I can already see you guys in the comments. Don't attack the messenger, man. I'm just trying to see what, Michael Jackson is talking about. That's all. I'm just trying to figure it out. Mr. Jackson, continue.
So what's happening with them after the fact? Let's put aside all kind of social issues, racism. All of it is bullshit. Everyone needs to get over their fucking trauma, your skin color.
Mike, that's strong language for you, man. I mean, I thought you died. You out here faking your death, bro? I mean, I do gotta say, that's a lovely shade of rouge, Mr. Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Thought you was dead. Nope, he right here making propaganda videos.
Nobody's enslaving any group right now except humans that are being trafficked of every race and color. So stop playing victim, get over your shit, you overfed American, and wake the fuck up.
This is very hostile. I'm not sure if I can buy your next project, man. You can't be just talking to me all reckless like that. I didn't kill you. I ain't do nothing to you. Shit, I was about to welcome you back. I didn't say you was touching kids. I didn't even believe it, man. That's what it is. No, man, I didn't believe that, Mike. So can you like be easy, man? Jeez, like lay off a little bit.
Cause there's more real shit going on out here.
I tried my hardest to speak out against this CIA psyop to destroy the black community.
This is the Popeyes Don Julio collab. No, it isn't. You have to try. No, you don't.
Do not trust the CIA counterintelligence operative. He has been completely radicalized, and his sole purpose is to destroy the black community. And after
bills are due, taxes are up for the grabs. Bills are due and taxes are up. Listen. A nigga who ain't shit, no. I'm on my shit right now, building script after script after script, trying to make me some money. Cause taxes due. Why are you on the same video that you made? I can't even zoom in. This the same nigga next to me. Which one is it? God damn it. Where I'm at? What the fuck? Where the fuck am I at? This nigga. This nigga is on top of himself on his same video trying to make views. Off of some shit that got nothing to do with him. I can assure you he don't hang around nobody in the hood. Look at him. Ain't no Popeyes in his city. Then they gotta drive an hour and 45 minutes to get to the nearest Popeyes. That's why he on some white boy video, because he can't go to Popeyes and buy the shit. Or go talk about the shit in front of a Popeye. Y'all niggas, boy. Y'all niggas. I just wag my finger. I can only wag my finger.
Intelligence operative. He has been completely radicalized, and his sole purpose is to destroy the black community. And after informing the public that Popeyes was a branch of the CIA, and that every time they want to distract us from leading and important news, they drop a limited edition chicken sandwich. After doing so...
Also, another thing is one of my pet peeves. I don't like when people's eyes too far apart. I don't like that shit. That shit don't sit right with me. Because I read a book back in the day talking about the Aryan nation, what Hitler was looking for, and that's exactly what he was talking about. And that's, with black people, don't sit right with me. White people, you can do what you want. You can look like an alien all day. Black people, you and that Chance the Rapper look, that ain't cool.
I received random frivolous strikes on my main page and was forced to run to this one to seek refuge. But it was all for naught. Not only did they succeed in silencing me and limiting my reach, but they deployed a new propaganda puppet after the obvious CIA counterintelligence operative failed to convince us. He has a Don Julio gold chain, is parading and dancing outside of a random Popeyes, eager and lusting to post it online and draw more black souls.
I mean, he even got a little bit of chicken grease right on the side there. So he is really eating the product. I mean, he kind of making me hungry and thirsty. So I get to get chicken and I get to get drunk. I mean, I don't really see the harm. But you can keep telling you, I'm more afraid of you. Why you sound so robotic, bro?
Into this psyop. Why did they give him 2 extra large bottles of Don Julio? This makes no sense. And what do they mean, apparel? They gave him drip, Popeyes and Don Julio drip? This is absurd. I would like to apologize for having failed, but I will continue the fight. This isn't over. Ronald Reagan, prepare to lose from beyond the grave.
And then she tried to do it again, and I was like, are you dumb? Because that just doesn't make sense. It just wasn't getting through to her.
Oh, man.
Everything.
I always knew it. These animals being held hostage. Look at this dog. He's like, oh, my God.
That was going down for a reason, and she wasn't trying to.
Who was the one that called in the massive bug bomb into Tulsa, Oklahoma? Oh my goodness, y'all. Do y'all see this? This was last night in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Juice. Oh, Juice. Juice. I don't think it's pronounced like that. I'ma just play it. Juice is.
If you're not aware, you guys, it seems that the fog or the mist has returned. This guy said he was in his balcony and he watched the fog coming from the left to right. This is what he's doing right now. He said the way that this thing rolled in was like somebody turned on a fog machine. He watched it go from all the way to the left side, all the way to the right side. This is his balcony, y'all see? Now, while I was reading the comments, people were saying a foul odor followed this fog. And at the same time, when it rolled in, people were noticing that their animals were getting violently sick, talking about nauseating, throwing up, pacing around the house. So what is this? Is this really a giant bug bomb? Now here's the thing, it's not just happening in Oklahoma, y'all. Check this out from 2 days ago. This is Birmingham, Alabama. You can look at this, y'all. Those buildings and there's houses all across there seem to be surrounded.
Juice, you from Florida. You from Florida, now you know what happens after it rains. The night after it rains, what happens, bro? Big fog. Thick ass fall like clouds. Why are you acting like this shit is not normal? You from Florida. That's what made me think, like, some of y'all South Florida niggas, man. I don't want to be a part of South Florida. I'm a Central Florida nigga. I don't even want to be a part of that shit. Like, yeah, some of y'all kind of dumb down there, like, real dumb. And you don't even talk like you dumb. You talk like you smart, but you sound dumb as hell. I'm close to Alabama right now. I'm in Florida. Very close. Like 4 X's away. Why wouldn't they have the same fog?
By this fog, y'all. Now here's the other thing. People in Alabama and Oklahoma weren't the only one experiencing this quote-unquote fog. People in Chicago, Missouri, Michigan, Indiana, and other places surrounded was also experiencing
all on the East Coast.
This fog. Now in Florida, we have a fog as well, but it's more like a mist. It's not this dense.
So you know we do, and you still okay. Content, money, man. Phil Margaret pays. That's what I heard.
What is going on over here, y'all? This right here looks like LA a few weeks ago. Y'all know what I'm talking about? But let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. I told y'all, man, it's going to get interesting. Let me know down in the comments below. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace out.
Gordon Ramsay just posted a cryptic message to his socials that's a little concerning. Geoguessers like Rainbolt have all but confirmed that the view outside of his window is a runway right beside Area 51, with flight attendant Laisha even mentioning she was on that same flight with Gordon himself, which landed in the middle of the desert in Nevada, exactly where Area 51 is supposed to be. But I noticed a little something that no one else brought up. By now, everyone's seen this weird little pan sitting in his cup holder, and it's tiny, way too small to be used by any regular human. So what is the
A moment of silence for all the dumb niggas You see one dumbass high black person trying to get paid, and y'all copy everything they say word for word. Like this white boy he watching, I watched the black boy the same hour this video was released, when these photos were released, and he was saying the same shit word for word. But you could tell he was trying to get paid. This white boy really trying to convince you that he telling the truth. And you stole some teenagers' lives. You look like you my age. You look like you 34. I'm 32. You look like you're 34. And your ass over here stealing a teenager script to get paid. To convince people that you don't know. Some shit you don't believe. Motherfucker.
This for. I zoomed in closer, applied some light filters, and noticed a pattern of hexagons all over it. I mean, clearly this is just his cookware brand, Hexclad, right? But oh, it goes much deeper than that. Because I came across this leaked classified document featuring the exact same hexagonal pattern, which also claims we never made this technology. We recovered it from UFOs, non-human metallics. This all came out in 2016. Coincidentally, the same year Hexclad introduced this technology to the world. Whatever's going on here, the questions still stand. Who or what is this tiny pan for? And has Gordon really been working with classified alien technology this entire time?
This shit about to get dark. Y'all not gonna believe what I'm about to show y'all. Y'all didn't know there was 2 women that was suing TDE for SA, assault, and some other stuff. Today, TDE responded and they basically said, it's all false. Those women were never employees at TDE, and the other girl that says she never got paid for her publicist work actually got paid, and there's proof. They go on to say that they're confident they're gonna win this case, right? But get this, bruh. This is one of the girls that was the alleged victim, right? You can find this girl hugged up in pictures with Dennis Graham. That's Drake's dad, bruh. And turns out, one of these girls is Diddy's publicist. P. Diddy's publicist, bruh. What is going on? And I don't know if y'all know who this guy is right here, but he's essentially Team OVO. He's basically being paid to push propaganda for Drake. And she follows him on Instagram. What the f? Makes it even crazier is after TDE made their public statement, the attorney removed the case from his page, bruh. It's over. The case is done. So they strategically had 2 women go forward and accuse TDE of these things just to start a smear campaign. None of it was true, bruh. And this
kind of reminds me of the East Coast, West Coast beef, where there was no beef between the East Coast and the West Coast. The beef was between Biggie and Pac. They had a personal issue against one another. But then Vibe magazine jumped in, and Vibe magazine was, I believe, was owned by Quincy Jones. That's a whole deeper rabbit hole. You guys can leave that in the comments if you want me to do some deeper investigations about that. I can only tell you lies, though. I can't really tell you the truth about that. But I can tell you what I know, what I remember, because I was alive during that time. And the streets was talking, and I was listening.
Is a great lesson for all of y'all. When it comes to Kendrick for these next, I don't know how long, you gotta be careful what you read, bruh. Because they trying to get him. They trying to get him. This is proof. Also, I just dropped a synopsis on Kendrick Lamar on YouTube. Click the link in my bio to check it out. I think you'll love it.
What if I told you that
Kendrick done said enough blasphemous shit for enough of 15 generations in his rap lyrics. That nigga so blasphemous. Like, if you even picture God in a fraction of a way God really is, you'd be terrified to say half the stuff these people be saying in their lyrics. But they say it.
there's parties going on for the social elite underground in a secret network of interconnected basements beneath your city? I'm talking miles and miles of tunnels, basements, and hidden chambers, all connected like a giant labyrinth. But here's the thing. It's not for storage. It's not...
Bitch, I'm in Florida. You got a tunnel under my city, you gonna die.
Not for security. And it's definitely not for the public. No, this is where the real parties happen. Pizza parties. See? The social elite, the oligarchs, the people who really run things, they don't party like you and me. They're real real celebrations happen below us, hidden from the judgmental eyes of the surface world. And they're exclusive. No invitations, no guest lists. If you weren't born into the right circles, you'll never even hear about them, let alone see them.
Why you talking like that? I don't like how you talking.
But why all this?
So how do you know about them is a question I always gotta ask.
Secrecy, why go to such extreme lengths to keep these places hidden? It's not just about privacy, it's shyness. Yeah, you heard me right. These people, these billionaires, these policymakers, they're incredibly shy down there. No cameras, no phones, no eyes, just them, their closest allies. And they definitely don't want you seeing them chowing down on some pizza and ice cream. Now, why pizza and ice cream? See, that's part of the culture.
I just brought up tonight. Shotty just said, y'all, look at this and tell me what you thinking.
Ice cream. Now, why pizza?
Nick, I'm talking about how she said she'll send that bitch overseas to throw up and eat her shit. Stop laughing. I'm serious. Like, y'all laughing like y'all don't know that shit true. Like, we all. I ain't saying it's true. I'm just saying allegedly that's what some females do. But I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. We gonna keep it kosher. We don't know what them females be doing. But like she said that shit. But what I'm saying, don't look like they throwing up. It don't look like they like eating anything that have cheese dripping. It like they literally throwing up or eating throw. It is nasty right here on me. Even the people who actually like they actually eating the shit look like they throwing up. Like he put his fingers in his mouth to throw up. It just looks disgusting.
And ice cream. See, that's part of the culture. These parties aren't just about excess, they're about childhood, about freedom. These people have everything, but what they don't have, a normal life, a childhood.
What they don't have is eternal life. That's the thing that they're afraid of. They can't come back from the dead. There's no alleged. They can't come back from the dead. Once the simulation...
Why fear man when God is the only one can damn your soul forever? I can't fear a man.
Is over, now you got to deal with what's on the other side. The thing that I always found hilarious is they're certain of what's on the other side. Bro, they're positive. They're positive what's on the other side. And they don't want no parts of that.
Hey, yo, I was trying to tell the other night. Hey, Marlene, listen. I was trying to tell the other night when Shotty trying to argue with me talking about, well, how am I so sure I ain't never died and go to heaven? These people know for a fact, just like I know for a fact, just like Jesus knows for a fact. When you die, we got to answer to God. And if you ain't righteous through Jesus, walking, teachings, blood, reborn, you know, if you ain't righteous through that, you ain't going to heaven. They know that. These people know that shit. They know that shit. Like I'm being so. Hey, no, I ain't trying to preach to you, because that's all I had to say for real. But listen to what he's saying. These people know for a fact, y'all. Don't be asking me how I know. These people know too. These people don't even they don't even serve God. They know. These people know, y'all. It's deep. They know.
They're afraid of. They can't come back from...
Books and ice cream. See, that's part of the culture. These parties aren't just about excess, they're about childhood, about freedom. These people have everything, but what they don't have, a normal life, a childhood.
What they don't have is eternal life. That's the thing that they're afraid of. They can't come back from the dead. There's no alleged. They can't come back from the dead. Once the simulation is over, now you got to deal with what's on the other side. The thing that I always found hilarious is they're certain of what's on the other side. Bro, they're positive. They're positive what's on the other side. And they don't want no parts of that.
Without pressure. So when they get together, they don't just throw lavish feasts and pour $1,000 wine. They recreate the one thing they never got to experience. The sleepover. It sounds absurd, right? Maybe it's just half believable, but you'll never get an answer because, remember, the people in charge, they don't want you down there. It's not about hiding crimes, it's about hiding their version of fun. And they don't want your kind of fun mixing with theirs. So next time you're walking through the city late at night and you pass by a vent blowing warm air into the cold streets, just know there could be a real wild party happening right beneath your feet.
That I believe.
That's deep. That's deep.
100% I believe that. And I remember it's a lot of movies I've seen over my adolescence, even my adult years, where they would always, the director would always caption the scene, especially in New York City, so that you could see the smoke coming out of these vents. I used to think it was just a New York City thing. They're trying to get the hustle and bustle of New York City in the shot. I think they're trying to get those vents in the shot. I think they're trying to, basically laugh and say, ha ha, we know this and you don't know. And it could be a part of it. It could not be. Who knows?
Look, if they come for me and my page disappears tomorrow, you'll only find my content on other platforms, the links in my bio. And one last thing, I'm going to go ahead and say this is just a joke for entertainment purposes.
This has got to be the weirdest thing I have ever seen. We have come to a point where fashion is literally not even wearing anything because Kanye West showed up with Bianca Sensori, his wife.
Kanye West. I didn't catch that, but I think I caught it this time.
And she took off her robe and just... This has got to be the weirdest thing I have ever seen. We have come to a point where fashion is literally not even wearing anything because Kanye West showed up with Bianca Sensori, his wife.
Kanye West. I didn't catch that, but I think I caught it this time.
And she took off her robe and just showed the world everything, and all the cameras and everyone is just acting normal like this is an everyday thing, and she's just strolling around the Grammys currently with no clothes on. I mean, at some point we have to draw the line. This is shortly after Kanye went on a rant on X talking about clones and saying some of the most absurd things I have ever heard. You can go check that out on his X if you want, but I knew something weird was going to happen at the Grammys, and it hasn't even started yet, so I'm going to keep you guys updated, but we are living in some really weird times.
From what I could see, Teslas are not being sold anymore. It's crazy.
Well, he doesn't need them to sell. He's chilling with Trump. Being returned, they don't start in minus 21 degree weather. Wait, those got returned or never even sold? Because a lot of cars aren't selling in America. I mean, your rent is like $4,000.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. I'm gonna take it back a little bit, but cars aren't selling. College ain't selling. The military ain't selling. Cause you know what Trump said: if you can't afford can't afford college, you can't go. He ain't giving no more grants no more. So federal grants is over. So you have to go to the military to get a government grant to go to college. But niggas still ain't signing up. Cars ain't been selling. Houses been bought up by I ain't even finna say that shit. But yeah, houses being bought up by one motherfucking conglomerate. Yep. I don't know nothing about that, but yeah. I'm not.
Wait, those got returned or never even sold? Because a lot of cars aren't selling in America. I mean, your rent is like $4,000 a month. How can you afford a car? I'm finna start riding a bicycle.
Are they going bankrupt?
Right, we've got a pretty strange sighting sent in via an astronomer looking at Saturn, and he notices a strange object that flies past the rings and goes behind the planet itself. Here it is, right? And it glides across, and then you can see it go behind.
Imagine when y'all find out that Saturn is a cherub. An angel from heaven that you can barely recognize. And if you see it up close, you'd be terrified. Imagine.
the rings itself, and he says in quotations, any astronomers out there that can help me figure out what I've just seen, right? And there's a lot of people in the comment sections, I'll leave a link down below to the post, that are quite perplexed and can't quite understand what this object is, because it's way out there and it's definitely going behind the planet. Pretty damn interesting, man. I'm loving all this sort of like planetary stuff. You guys let me know what you think.
Would a Learjet leave a crater like this? Maybe one of them orbs like that would, but I don't know.
One more time, I couldn't hear you.
We already knew coming into tonight's Grammy show that it was finna be some wicked shit. The night started off strong with Kanye and his wife. Then you had Lady Gaga with her music video, Abracadabra, where on one scene she's brandishing a cross in all white, and then another scene she got on all red. I don't know what that means, but that shit looked demonic as fuck. And I already knew about Alicia Keys, but she the one that popped off the symbolism, as y'all can see by her hand, y'all. And watch this video. Watch what she say before she does that signal.
Tonight is a beautiful, powerful thing that we are cultivating. So, collective, to everyone who has ever been touched by the music and the message, Clive Davis, Anna and AKW, Dez and my brother Jay-Z, Team Rock, Adam Blackstone, Hell's Kitchen, the Most High.
She said to Hell's Kitchen, and then to the Most High, and she
Why they already paying to Jay-Z? But fuck. Hey, shut up. Nah, I'm playing. But pay attention to this. And nah, I'm joking. Pay attention to this right quick though. Why they panning to Jay-Z before she even said something about Jay-Z? Watch this shit.
That we are cultivating. So, collective, to everyone who has ever been touched by the music and the message, Clive Davis, Anna and AKW, Dez and my brother Jay-Z, Team
I be drunk.
Rock, Adam Blackstone, Hell's Kitchen, the Most High.
She said to Hell's Kitchen, and then to the Most High, and she throws up that. Can't make this up, y'all. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. Am I true?
Well, you can make it up. I hate when people say that. You know, you can make it up. Now, some things you can't make up because of the legal ramifications, but you could, it's the internet. You could damn near make anything up.
Southeast Missouri. Did something slip everybody's minds? Because I know y'all aren't sitting over here with your own cannibals and nobody told me.
Oh, we haven't forgotten. We just don't want to talk about it. There are certain things in Southeast Missouri that you don't talk about. And this area right here, that area, we don't talk about that at all. And this is coming from somebody with a big freaking loudmouth that likes to talk about the weird, the supernatural, and the unexplained. You would have thought if there was something like what you just said in that area, that I probably would have talked about it, right? You would have thought that. But if you live in this area, you don't talk about that shit. Let me just paint you a little picture. You're driving down Highway 21, and you decide to make a...
I'm not going to talk about it. And then talks about it. YNs, but old whites. Old whites is like YNs. They ain't care what they was risking. They was gonna do what they had to do.
On that list. Damn it, man.
They be putting it in the movies, man. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything. I don't believe the world is flat. But I've heard stories. Now look at this. Hold on, just wait for it.
So my question would be, when did they build this, and did they build it in the days of antiquities? How? And
Antiquities is crazy. Iniquities. This nigga is 57 years old and saying antiquities. Yeah, they kicked you out of church young. You didn't even know what iniquities was. Because you still don't, probably. 57. And that's mentioned in the Bible a lot. But I begin to feeling, hey, Marlena, I begin to feeling. Yeah, I'll keep going. I'm talking to Marlena. No. This had nothing to do with the flat earth. Anything I was about to say had nothing to do with the flat earth. I wouldn't even think about the flat earth because that's just something I know. I don't give a fuck about proving to nobody. But anyway, Marlena, because nobody's talking to Gabby. Now found your way back to the call. It's crazy, Shotty. But no, shut up. Damn. Talk to your friends. Nah, for real, dude. I don't want. Yeah, drag me, drag me. Being weird. But nah, I'm finna tell you, I've been feeling lately like looking at the sky and stuff. Not even like looking at the sky. It's like noticing different stuff people saying about the sky. I look at the sky and notice some stuff. But it just seems like, what if it is an LED screen and the moon has been gone when the stars ain't in the sky no more? Because the stars ain't what it's supposed to be. I mean, like when I was recording videos on my phone, it was winter. The North Star should not have been like to my left. Yes, I know where I live in retrospect. My whole thing is I know where the North Pole and the South. I'm from the South. Of course we know that. I'm saying I've been feeling like I got videos on my phone right now. I had to check which phone it was. I got videos on my phone right now of the North Star not where it's supposed to be. I'm going to my gallery. Oh shit. Maybe I gotta unlock my phone. Gallery. Shane, I'm gonna send it to you, but I'm also gonna show you on the camera on my shit. Because I'm so serious with you. This is the North Star. This is the North Star. Hope y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all can see that bit. Where I just pointed my camera, while I'm panning my camera. Let me see, where's the big camera? Alright, let me put it like this. Let me go back. Alright, so I'm showing you the North Star, right? That's the North Star. That's Polaris. I'm finna turn all the way to my right. Hold on. I'm finna go back. Don't worry about it. That's the North Star above the moon. That's Polaris. The North Star is supposed to be to my right. Like a good, I'm gonna say 65 degrees to my right. And you know I'm a farmer, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying this. Like this is real. Like this shit really happened. I had to record it because it's not real shit. This is not real life. To the right, where the sun is setting. I don't even know if I can see it. That's where it's supposed to be, where the sun was setting. It's not supposed to be. Nah, I got other shit. I want you to see what I'm talking about. That's what Polaris look like. I might have to send you this picture. I ain't gonna lie. I took pictures because this was crazy to me. In real life, that's what it looked like. With your keen eye, that's all you can see. I don't even know if I can see it. Like that's all you can see. And then when you actually like zoom in, this is me on. This is 24x zoom on my phone. And I took y'all all the way over there to where it's supposed to. Boom, is where it's supposed to be. Like nigga, that is not real life. That is not real life. I'm not lying. I'm telling you, this is real. I farm. I know what you supposed to plant, and that just don't make sense. That just don't make sense to me.
And who took it over from then to now, the maintenance of it? Because it's tell-lie vision. It's telling lies to your vision. So I don't know that I've seen any evidence of this. I don't know that I have. Maybe I have. Maybe you have. Leave it in the comments, and we'll discuss it together.
You're telling me Ice Age, the movie, told us about the ice wall.
I mean, look, I thought it was pretty obvious personally, but look, pay attention. They're all kind of just contained inside this massive ice wall, this barrier, right? And they believe that the valley they live in is the only place that exists.
My God.
Starting to make sense? Okay, this is a visual representation of the Great Barrier of Confinement, right? It's an exact parallel of the ice wall that we commonly speak of, that we speculate lies on the outskirts of our lands.
It can't be. They put it right in our faces. We are those animals. We're Sid.
Analogically speaking, yes. But where it really gets disrespectful, right? Look at the final installment of the series, okay? Ice Age Collision Course. Oh, wow, right? All of a sudden this franchise is about outer space? I mean, look, they're literally walking your psyche through the same layers of subtle manipulation that go back to the beginning of times, knowing that you'll never consciously pick up on it, right? Just mixing in the truth with the lie. I mean, look at that. Show you the globe, show you the ice wall, just totally confuse the mind.
I just don't know, man.
That's exactly the point.
This is what happens when you paying attention to the ice wall. You think that a polar bear is just a cute, cuddly Coca-Cola polar bear that we see in Christmas. He not going to do nothing. Let's watch it not do anything to him. That's going to be fun. In short, approach a polar bear today.
Really? You guys haven't caught on? All of the news networks are suddenly on TikTok, and oh my God, they all of a sudden all have 500,000 followers. Wow, amazing. What a coincidence.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a fallen angel. Yeah. Because angels fall. Let me ask you something. You ever been thrown out of a bar? Did you stay when they threw you out? Because if you stayed, then that means they didn't throw you out. If you were thrown out, you left, right? The devil got thrown out of heaven. He didn't decide to leave. He got tossed out and he couldn't stay. You know that, right? I'm not sure if you knew that or not. Think when you go to visit someone's house and they throw you out. Do you stay or did you choose to leave? So did the angels really fall? No, they were kicked out. Were they even angels? Why weren't any other angels ever kicked out?
I have a question
for the 57-year-old making videos to a whole lot of people. That was crazy. But why weren't they thrown out? Because they didn't rebel. Sunday school when you in kindergarten, the more you know.
Somebody who is not in the United States. Anybody who is not in the United States. What is your government telling you about aliens? I want to know, are we being freaking, just gaslit into not paying attention to the things that are happening to us by blaming aliens, or are you guys really seeing some shit too and having some things mentioned to you about that? I was just thinking about that today. I'm like, aliens being admitted by the government is new business. Them like blaming these drones, which they actually then admitted were theirs, is new. So, world citizens, do you have alien activity right now? Please tell me, truthfully, honestly, and give me as much facts as you can. Thanks.
Don't people get arrested for indecent exposure and lewd and lascivious behavior when there's minors present?
Generally, they do, yeah. In America, but I don't know if that happens internationally. International fam, you tell me if what she's asking happens.
And there were minors and families present at the Grammys, but Bianca can walk the red carpet naked. I watched a content creator say, oh my God, how brave. I wish I could do that. She was absolutely stunning.
We went from real news
Yo, literally, I think the original 72 emojis that they created for the Windows PC, Mac, iOS, everything. Yeah. Those emojis, they're secretly demonic sigils. Oh, really? So, do you ever hear about the lesser, I think it's called the Lesser Book of Solomon? No, I haven't. So there's this book, King Solomon in the Bible? Yeah. He's the one that was able to tame every single demon. Mm-hmm. And he wrote a book. And in the book, he wrote these sigils which would control, but also summon certain demons.
What the? First, Solomon had the power to control the demons, the jinns. And God gave him that power to be able to do that. Now, these things that they're talking about, I don't have enough knowledge on that. I know what I was told. I know what I read. I went to like a few different religions and...
yeah, you're confused. But yeah, God did give Solomon. Solomon is the wisest man that ever walked earth. That's God's word.
This is interesting, but Solomon definitely had the power to control the demons, and God gave him that power. You all believe Solomon was a prophet, right? Yeah, God gave that prophet that power, and none of his other prophets had that particular power.
And guess how many there were? 72 exactly. So secretly, every single emoji fam is actually a demonic sigil to summon a demon. Check this out. Wait, what do you mean? Yeah. So every single emoji, like even a laughing emoji, every single emoji. Look at this. Whoa. So you see that? The X is on the eyes. You see this? Oh, it like recreated, but this is his actual thing. Now check this out. Boom. Remember the smoke one? Yo, it's not even like by accident. Because this shit could feel like an accident, but look. You're telling me that's an accident? Oh, you're telling me this is an accident? No, that one. The crying emoji with the tears and it makes the exact sigil? Come on. No. Stop playing. That's real. Look at this one. With the teeth? Yo, it's not a game.
Yo.
This shit is real.
So like the original 72, he was already drawn out.
It's all the same, fam. Look, with the eyes, the glasses, with the teeth. Look, you see the two? The teeth. Yeah, fam. This is not a game, bro.
Shit, bro.
Yo, red alert. Yeah, yo, that has red alert. Why are we allowing this? The zipper? Down to the zipper fucking emoji, bro. That's wild.
Oh my gosh, bro.
So this whole time, us sending emojis may have been summoning demons. That's
What I have said before is we may not believe it. You know, us down here in the 99%. But the people in the 1% with all of the power, all of the money, all of the influence, they absolutely believe it. 100%. That's why I say they know what's on the other side of the simulation. And they don't want no parts of it. So that's a little bit of, in my opinion, a little bit of comfort. Because for the most part, I'm not afraid of, the simulation ending. They're terrified of it. Why though? You leave it in the comments and you tell me.
No, I don't put it like that.
So what is it for then? So what is it for?
To make the sentence more emotional.
No, but why did they do that?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
What are you guys doing? Why does NBC News have 7.5 million followers? Why does ABC News have 9.7 million followers on TikTok? Why does BBC News have 6.6 million followers on TikTok? The stories that matter to you. Oh, yeah, who could win at this year's Grammys? Bro, block these. What are we doing? The entire reason TikTok existed was to stop watching mainstream media. Why? Because all they do is spread fear and division and propaganda. That's why we stopped watching it. Why do they have millions of followers? What is going on? The entire purpose of this was to get the news from real everyday people. They are feeding you the same stuff they fed you on your TV like your boomer parents are watching. They give you 10 minutes of the weather, sports, and a dog video, and the next 50...
I guess I gotta stop right there. Boomers were my parents. I'm not a boomer. Rap didn't exist with boomer parents. So you really gotta get it together. Like, I don't listen to my mom's music, but this guy who's trying to associate us all together, you listen to my music. You know what I'm saying? Rap didn't exist when my mother was a teen. When I was a teen, rap existed, and not this rap that you guys now know. Even Snoop Dogg, when I was a teen, Snoop wasn't out. I think Snoop came out when I was in my 20s. Maybe I was 19 or something like that, but I mean like early teens, 12, 13, preteens and teen, 13, 14. The rap that you guys listen to in the 90s, it didn't even exist in 87. It's totally different rap. We're not the boomers. We're Generation X. We're totally different. Nirvana didn't exist. My parents didn't listen to Nirvana. Not close. The hood, like they probably didn't listen to Nirvana, but that Teen Spirit song, a lot of people in the hood knew about that song and didn't turn the radio when that came on. You ever turn on the radio and like the kind of music you don't like and you inadvertently be like, ew, and you turn it. Nobody did that when Smells Like Teen Spirit came on. And that did not exist in 81, 71, 61. We're not boomers, dude. We turned off a news way early. So I just had to throw that out there. Because you're cool if you're cool because of my generation. I'm talking to this dude. I don't think he's cool. Even the fact that you can be a nerd and that's mainstream, that's because of us, bro. That's not because of our parents. So really get it together. Millennials, Zennials, whatever you are.
Or fear, propaganda, and division. Go block these news sites. What are we doing?
Okay, so this is the TikTok algorithm. It's taking a flood of videos from the average user, right? All of these people uploading. Here's me. Lord knows I upload a lot of videos. That's my bus, right? So all of these videos are going into a stream of videos. What's happened lately is Big News has decided to join in the fun because TikTok was shading.
Big News is what my parents and my grandparents and going all the way back, they watched that. I only watch the Big News because I can't turn the TV. It's not 5 TVs in a house like it is today. There's no television in my pocket. This right here, this size television is over here in my room. Nah, you just gotta watch what's on television. You know what I mean? And then we got old enough, we was like, probably in our teens, 13, 14, we was like, man, I don't wanna watch that mess no more because Big News was trying to besmirch hip-hop, and we knew rap wasn't that. They called it a fad. They said only the kids in the hood are listening to it. They just made it look lame. It's like now when I see these people messing with rap so much and so heavy, I be like laughing when I see white kids use Ebonics because I'm not used to seeing that. You know, in the 90s, if you were white and you liked hip hop, you had to hide it from your parents. Please leave it in the comments if you remember those days, because your parents, who were these boomers who were hooked on big news, they weren't used to that. Like my girl Melissa, she is probably somebody who just got rap. As soon as she heard it, it just clicked in her head. I'm sure there's family members of hers that it didn't click in their head and they thought it was weird. Not because they're weird, they grew up on big news. That's not all of us. So you're either gonna get it right or it's gonna be problems. Okay? Whatever you call yourself? All right.
Them out. So now they're using their power to flood the algorithm ahead of you, and then the average audience over here, this is you're getting whatever is being put up and flooded in front of us. So you're gonna start to see this more.
Y'all would not believe how much snow Japan just got. This picture behind me is not even doing justice. So the other day, Japan received so much snow, within 12 hours, it reached up to 47 inches. Yes, 47 inches. Record breaking. It's not just shit happening in America, it's happening all around the globe. Y'all know this not normal. Let me know how this is normal. I'll wait. I never seen nothing like this, and they haven't seen anything like this either. Y'all, look at these videos. These people are literally shoveling out a tunnel just so they can have space to walk. Look at that shit, y'all. Do you see that? So y'all gonna sit here and tell me that's normal? To get this much snowfall, and it's still snowing. So just imagine if he didn't start shoveling this shit out. That shit almost come up to his neck. So if they got that in 12 hours, just imagine if it started to snow again. That shit gonna be over all they heads. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Don't forget to share this, because like I said, this is not normal at all. And that's why
Alicia Keys is currently going viral because of her acceptance speech at the Grammys. She went on to thank her family, Clive Davis, Jay-Z, and many other people, including the Most High. But when she said the words Most High, she put up her fingers like this. Now, if you guys know anything about symbolism when it comes to religion, this is a very controversial symbol. And there's a creator here on Instagram who made a video about this symbol and the occult and basically calling her out. And he claims that Swiss Beats, Alicia Keys' husband, messaged him and called him out, basically saying they don't mess with the devil like that. I'll tag him below, but check it out and let me know what you guys think about this.
Academy, to the Black Music Collective, to everyone who has ever been touched by the music and the message, Clive Davis, Anna and AKW, Dez and my brother Jay-Z, Team Rock, Adam Blackstone, Hell's Kitchen, the Most High, the Most High. My magnificent mother who gave me life, my beautiful kids.
It's not fun to be in a declining empire. Much more fun when the empire is going up, which was the last century or a century and a half of this country. The ride up. We are now on the ride down. We haven't been prepared because we have leaders who cannot say a word about that. I want to just drive that home because the split in this country is really about that. What a declining empire means, to give you the context. The United States lost the war in Vietnam. We went and had a big war in Afghanistan, which we also lost. We lost the war in Iraq. We are in the process of losing the war.
We have never lost over. In all reality, even when we lose, they win. Meaning our government. So, more investors for war. War investors.
War in Ukraine.
That's actually in a movie. Oh man, what's the Ronin? Is that the movie? De Niro and I think it is Ronin. One of the actors, the actor from Lord of the Rings. I can't remember his name right now. He says that to De Niro, you guys having a little bad luck the last few wars, De Niro says, well, at least we're not complaining about it. I'm not even sure when that movie came out, but it was well before this documentary clip came out. So they be telling us in movies. Just a little tidbit if you wanted to. I be showing y'all how old I am all the time.
Something happened on the part of a country called Indonesia. It's a huge country. The population of Indonesia is 280 million people. Makes it one of the largest countries in the world. They joined the BRICS. They joined a full partner of the BRICS, Global South, to be independent, relatively, from the domination of the United States.
Shout out to slavery, because that's where America got a lot of its capital from. Like, the money made from slavery they didn't spend it. It wasn't gone. That's a part of how America became. That's a part of how. I don't know if I would say that's the only way, but it's a part. Maybe a large part. I don't know if I want to say the largest part, but it's a part. It is a part.
And the core economy there, the biggest one, the most powerful, the People's Republic of China.
Now, maybe they had their own kind of slavery over there in China. I mean, I don't know, but nobody outclasses America when it comes to slavery. I mean, America does slavery best. I mean, you got to go all the way back to, like, Pharaoh. I mean, now he did slavery, shit. But, you know, America's a close second. You got to go to biblical times to find a nation that perfected slavery and then mental slavery, as well as America.
China and the BRICS. Indonesia joined them. Together now, the BRICS, built around China, have as the population of the countries that are part of the BRICS, about 22 countries now altogether. They have about 55 to 60% of the population of the world are members. What is the percentage of the world's population of the United States? 4.5%. You understand? We are 4.5%.
And they are 50 to 60%. Now, this is the greatness of America. I know some of you people are saying, oh, we talking about... I'm looking at America like, damn, 4%? And the whole 50 to 60% of the world's population is copying what we're doing over here. Shout out to hip-hop, because Indonesian rap don't play anywhere except for Indonesia. Chinese rap, that don't play nowhere except for China. But American rap plays everywhere. I ain't rapping in Chinese. I ain't rapping in Urdu. I can just rap like this. They gonna learn my rap and say it in my language. And rap was invented by Black Americans. So, I mean, shout out to America. How much more patriotic you want me to be?
They are 50 to 60%. They won the competition for the entire new wave of cars and trucks moving across this planet every day by the million. And you never heard of them. Why? Because they move everywhere except here. If you go to Europe right now, you'll see them all over the roads. BYD, and by the way, there's several Chinese car companies. They're not the only one. They're just the ones who did it best. Why don't you see them? Because we have a tariff started by Mr. Trump, raised by Mr. Biden. The tariff on the Chinese electric vehicles is 100%. Tariff is just a word for a tax. It's a word for a tax on an imported good or service, something that's produced out of the country but brought in here for sale. That's what an import is, and tariff is the name of the tax you put on imports. We have been putting taxes on imports as a nation from the beginning, throughout the history of the country. Nothing new about it, but it's 100%, which means an American would have to buy that truck by giving China 30 grand for the truck, and Uncle Sam another 30 grand, and so with 60 grand, you get the truck. But of course,
I would say if you want the truck, just get your passport and go over there for a little while, experience the truck, and then come back to the United States. But watch out, you might find some fly chick over there that's like, I don't think you should go back to the States. Why don't you stay here and hang out with me for a couple of 2-3 years if you want to? Shout out to Tone Loc. That's the first time I heard that term. He went upstate. He did a couple of 2-3 years. Tone Loc said that in Heat. Shout out to Brian De Palma for Heat. Anyway, let's just whatever.
No one does that. Why? Because Ford and General Motors and Tesla will sell you an electric car or truck for a mere 40 grand or 50 grand or something like that. So who's helped by this? Ford and General Motors, they wouldn't be able to sell their crappy cars otherwise. None of us.
Ford, found on road dead. Backwards, driver returned on foot.
Buy a $40,000 or $50,000 electric car if we're going to do that, and give BYD $30,000 for a better car rather than $40,000 or $50,000 to General Motors. However patriotic we might feel, and you know who knows it? Ford and General Motors. So they went to the president and they said, "Put that tariff there. It'll protect us." Of course, they didn't say our profits, which is the truth. It'll protect jobs. Whenever you hear a capitalist tell you about what they're doing to protect jobs, hold on to your wallet. Someone's reaching. Why is it false? Because this is a terrible act for most American producers. Think of yourself as a maker of shirts or of chairs or of software programs. You would like to buy the trucks you need to bring in your inputs, to sell and distribute your outputs. You're going to have to buy electric trucks. You'd like to buy the best one at the lowest price. Of course, you're competing with enterprises in France and in Germany and in Brazil and in Nigeria and fill in the blank. They're all buying BYD cars at 30 grand. You'll have to pay 40 or 50 to General Motors. You know what that means? They're going to defeat you economically. You're going to be loser. And when you lose, you're going to lay off your workers because you can't compete with the companies that can buy the biggest, the best, and the cheapest electric vehicle. Now multiply this by dozens of other commodities. China is winning. We are losing.
Thank you to my channel members. We said
Nah, that nigga said China. The fuck? China? I ain't never been in one of them motherfucking shits before in my life. On me, shawty. Chinese people got car dealerships apparently. But nah, hey y'all. Till next time.